All right, here's a multiplayer round I had with MM93 and Primus recently. I hit record when I saw MM93 because I just don't cross his path usually because of the different time zones. But we're going to start out on KO Backwoods, pretty boring hole. So while we're playing these, I'll say that one of the things I think I've kind of figured out with the new asynchronous mode is there's a couple strategies you can employ if you want. One of them is you can let everybody play ahead of you and then see what they score on some of the riskier holes and decide if you want to take the risk or not. And the other one is you can, play fast, which I normally do, kind of fast, and try to get ahead of them and put a little pressure on them by, throwing the bonus eagles perhaps and letting them see it and making them uh, have to run those. So anyway, just a couple thoughts there. So yeah, I've actually been playing like crap lately in multiplayer. I've been playing bad and getting some just really laughable bad breaks. Combination of which is not good, obviously. So, but anyway, back to KO Backwoods here. This is usually pretty gimme birdie. I mean, pretty gimme eagle, and then I get stuck right behind that bush, and I couldn't remember if it has collision or not, but I think it does. So I'm going to go around it just to be safe, and then I almost smacked that tree there. Got by it, came over a long way from the basket. So I'm like, well, crap, this isn't starting very well. So, but I'm going to have to run this and really high, but it dropped fortunately. So still in the game. So, all right, this hole bugs me. I've been throwing the captain here recently with the favorable winds, and that's pretty good, obviously. I switched to the glide skip ride with different adverse winds. But yeah, what I don't like about that hole is if you don't make the Mando, it's pretty much an instant bogey, or it is an instant bogey, really. I don't think anybody's ever made it from the drop zone. So that's, you know, an overly punishing drop zone, in my opinion. Looks like somebody, Primus, found that out. And this is one I've been using the new water skip on. I found out that it's pretty good shape and distance for it. That one's a little bit shorter than I'd like. I'd like to get a little bit more up the fairway. But because of this longer distance, I decided to try to throw this same disc again. And I wasn't real sure. I don't usually throw that. I usually throw the Sapphire. Turns out pretty well. Tap in birdie. So got lucky there because usually whenever I say, let me try this, and I haven't tried it before, it doesn't work out well. But holding on. So, and this is usually not terribly challenging unless you get a really nasty wind. But take the glide skip ride and just try to get out here in the open somewhere. Occasionally it will go long, OB long, but pretty rare. And then the forehand with either the musket or the sapphire. Sapphire is almost too much, but feeling pretty good. So we started out with KO Backwoods and then went to Ikigai Springs, took it up a notch, and then we got Northern Lights, Northern Lights coming up. So, it's a nasty wind. So I'm taking the windbreak musket, and it's got to sit down in a hurry. Whoa, that was close. So caught a break there and got the birdie. That hole's usually not challenging, but like a lot of holes in the valley, the wind can make a big difference, and that's one where for sure the wind can make a difference. Still hanging in there. All right, here my new line is I'm just taking the sapphire and going on a forehand and just trying to lay up to this area right there. And this one went a little too long actually, but I mean, it's fine if I'd gone another 20 feet, it would have been perfect, but it usually doesn't. It usually gets stuck behind that tree. But that's not bad. I got to look at the basket. So I've been trying to come up shorter even and go much further left on my second shot. So taking my time here, make sure I don't mess up with the downhill throw in. All right, and what we got for hole 9? Prime has found trouble again somewhere. All right, this is easy. Well, with this wind anyway, pretty easy birdie. I usually throw the accurate roll musket, but with that wind, I decided to go up with the accurate windbreak, and it looks like I'm glad I did because it just did get out of the get to the island rather. So all right, got at least a tie with MM93, which is always a good day when you don't get your butt handed to you by him. So hope you enjoyed that, and as always, we'll see you around the valley.